All right, so I'm in front of the camera, not screen capture. So I, my rig is put together. It's beautiful. All that's left to do now is make noise, make music, and I just kind of wanted to wrap up a bit of what I've been about the last, I'd say, year or two, which was really, learning new things. Um, And I think a part of that comes from working by myself all the time. Um, in certain ways, my interaction with people on YouTube is sometimes about the only interaction I have musically with people. Um, a lot of my clients are kids, so you know, I'm pretty much doing everything. So, um, but now it's put together. I'm more put together. So here's the other thing. So a lot of you guys that know me have known me. I lost 100 pounds, and like August 1st, it'll be 8 years. And yeah, 8 years ago, I was like 300 pounds, and I was, for all intents and purposes, I was dying. I was sick. I'd had pneumonia for months, and I had no immune system, and whatever. So I turned my life around. A couple of years ago, food started getting weird. Food started getting messy. I started putting back a little bit of weight. Nothing like what I had, but I was starting to put on weight. And um, 2 months ago, I just, I don't know how I just had that like come to Jesus moment with myself, and I had to face up to what I had to do, which is something I never wanted to do, which was I never wanted to give up certain foods, right? I wanted to just, intuitive eating was what and I realized that I was not going to be able to do what I wanted to do with my life unless I got serious about this. So, a little over 2 months ago, I gave up wheat, flour, and grains. So, I used to feel sorry for people that said that. Oh yeah, I don't do flour and wheat and grains. I used to think, oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. What do you're never gonna have a bagel? What if you go to New York and you get a slice, right? But we're beyond that now. I don't that this those it doesn't really interest me. Like I'm good with what I'm doing. So anyway, the good news is I've lost 14 pounds on the nose in about 2 months, and I went 30 days with no flour, grains, or wheat. And then I took like a week or two and I tried to like bring it back in and control it. And I started having problems with it. And now I think today is day 24 back on it. So this is it. There's no lurking notions. I don't miss it. And I've learned to eat. I eat cauliflower pizza. A New Yorker eating cauliflower pizza. Go figure, right? But actually, we figured out good ways to make it, and I'm happy. And all this ties into this because this is why I haven't been doing these type of videos. Like I have a full camera with a lavalier mic. I have the full Sony A6600. I have barely used it in the last year or two. It's just sitting in there. So I just put my iPhone up for today just to get rolling. I had a plan today to do the phone, like to get the camera out, test everything, but in the middle of my escapades today, the electricity went out, so it threw me off by about an hour or so. But that's the game plan, because I the videos, the YouTube videos that I personally like, the guys are like more in the videos, right? They're not just voiceovered or like a little widget, like if you go on to Leon Todd or Rhett Shull or, I've been totally digging on this Huge Valavirta guy. Yeah, he's really good. You can just see them, right? So that's the game plan. That's a part of this whole, this whole getting in shape, getting healthy. I want to get some new clothes. I lecture in the summer and in the winter. I'm a voice coach and a music producer, and I do these lectures for Disney and all these companies like Barbizon Modeling and iPop. And It starts in about 45 days is when I leave, and I'll be gone on and off for about 6 or 8 weeks. The game plan is like the week before I leave, I want to get some new clothes, you know, and it matters to me. So, because I want to feel good, you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like a schlub, especially when I go out to LA and I'm like hanging out, like all the other people there are like from record labels and their producers and, you know, a lot of film people and, you know, models and actors and, you know, and then I just feel like, I don't know, man, I just feel kind of like out of place. So I don't want to do that anymore. So, but here's the new videos. I wanted to show you this. I don't know if you guys can see this. I can't see what I'm shooting because I've got the camera backwards, but this is the guitar rig. Down here is my 77 Marshall, but I've got the modded Marshall, the rectifier, the Mesa Boogie Mark V. That's been a journey to learn that, but I really am digging it. A matchless C30, 77. I've got my basic pedals. This has been figuring out how to do this. This is like my little line that can go in front, or it can go, or I can bypass it and just for rhythm go straight in. And then these can go in the front too, or they can go in through the loop. I've got all the loops working. And then here's kind of like my little station, which is kind of inspired from watching some of the huge videos and like Pete Thorne, like they have their little station. So here's my DI. This is the A Designs KGB, but you have to say it like KGB. Instrument amplifier, preamp, DI, whatever. Really nice. This is the headlight, the radial headlight amp selector. So if I want to split out, I can, and I'm splitting out from here. So I can plug into here. One of the lines will go straight into the DI. The other one could go into an amp, and the other one is, there's one of them that goes straight into Axe-Fx. I've got an Axe-Fx 3 MK2 back there. So here's my reamp box, the Little Labs Red Eye for reamping. And then this is the new thing. This is the Sir Reactive Load IR. And I got it going, man. I got it figured out. And I ended up going with the Red Wires. The Red Wires Mix IR. And so I've got it running through 2 lines. One, I can use the built-in, or I can add things. I can use the internal, and the other one line out goes, it just goes like straight out of the amp without the IR, and then you use this Red Wires for IR. And I just recorded a second of this off a DI. I ran the DI in through the Mesa, and I just, whatever cab it was on, I just hit record just to hear it, and it sounds good. Here it is. Yeah. So, wow, this is going to be so great. So, that's where I'm at. I've got that song that I'd started a few months ago with the Echo called JoJo. So I'm going to finish that one, and I'll video it and show you some of the playing. We'll show some of the mixing, things like drum programming, how to layer guitars, songwriting, whatever. And, you know, I thought about, like, all these guys that I watch, like Ola and Yuge, and one thing that I was trying to think, like, what can I do that's like different, or is like more is me, because, well, I sing, right? And I mean, I can unleash the Kraken behind the microphone. That's what you don't hear very often on YouTube. I mean, almost you hardly ever hear that. So I'm going to do some instrumentals, but I'm also going to like write little songs, and I'm going to do this for, you know, for licensing and publishing. But I'm going to show you guys how I do it, and it's going to also have vocals and layers, and, you know, it's going to be a little bit of everything. So I think that in a sense will be kind of something that I could do that's like this, like more my thing. Because you know, you don't want just another guy doing the same thing. And not that, I mean, every one of those guys that I like has their own thing. And I was thinking, well, what's my thing? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm probably older than all of them. So there's that. There's that. It's like, hey, you want to go watch a YouTube video from a guy that's been in the music business longer than I've been alive? And then you can come see me. Because I'm in the end of the 50s, baby. I'm 59. But I'm still in the game. And that's, I guess, the good news. So there it is. Bo's over there sleeping. We'll have Bo in the videos. But, you know, you guys are welcome to comment or reach out to me, or, you know, thoughts on any of what I just said. I mean, I just wanted to kind of, you know, it's like a part of me is like progressing, and then I still get stuck sometimes. The other night I was like so depressed, and I'm like, what am I going to do, man? You know, I mean, I've worked almost every day by myself for, other than the year or so that Woody worked with me, for 12 years alone. And the clients that I do have are the students, and most everybody's on Skype. So, you know, that's the reality of it. And you know, music originally to me was communal, right? It was like you had your band, you went into the studio, you went on tour, you played gigs, you were with a bunch of people. It wasn't by being by yourself and making all the decisions. And then being the producer and the guitar player and the songwriter and figuring out how to use the dang plugin or whatever, you know. So it's been a struggle to you know, sometimes I just feel damn sorry for myself, which I shouldn't. I mean, everything's cool, right? But sometimes I get like, man, this, you know, I don't know, man, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to be honest. And but I'm doing good, and you know, life without sugar, flour, or wheat. Flour, wheat, or grains. Still eat a little sugar, but for the most part, you know, when you cut those things out, you cut out majority of the sugar. So, yep, lots of meats and greens and nuts and seed crackers and hearts of palm rice and, you know, whatever, you know, zucchini spaghetti, or, you know, everything's something, because there's no pasta, there's no rice, there's no white potatoes, there's no corn. That's it. None. No mashed potatoes, no French fries. You know, the other day I went and got food from a Mexican place, and I just got, on a bed of lettuce, I got a bunch of grilled chicken just chopped up, and it was good. I ate a little bit of the beans. I'm not really big. I'm going easy with that too. But again, I was 220 when I started this 2 months ago, and I was 206 this morning. So, yeah, there it is. There you have it. So, you know, let me know what you think. Drop in the comments, like and subscribe, whatever other, or don't, you know what I mean? I'm not, hey, this is, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this to sell people equipment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what those things don't interest me. Yeah, that's it. I wonder if it stayed on. It looks like it did.